Hey, welcome back to Sci-Fi Chronicles, everyone. It's me, the wonderful John Yulden. I'm here with the mega geek Ian Diaz. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right.
Good stuff. And we're here with Swappers as well. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Good. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hi to everyone in the chat. Hi to you guys. Happy weekend, everybody.
Another
And it's
Friday
bloody
night,
hot.
It is. It is. Can I just say, did you all just get the government warning telling us not to burn anything because it might cause fires? You know.
Yes.
We'll be getting regular updates throughout the night, and it'll be telling us to make sure that we brush our teeth before we go to bed. Make sure we don't eat too many Pringles.
And also,
all the usual
puppies is a good one.
Yeah, exactly. all the important stuff. Yeah, absolutely. So tonight on the Pub Chat live show, it's good to be back. So we've got a few things to talk about tonight. Obviously, we've got the results of the poll that I put out about of the ships listed. What is your favorite sci-fi or / fantasy ship?
Shit.
Yeah. And also we've got some movie trailers that we're going to play and we're going to react to get your thoughts in the chat, and obviously give our opinions on them as well. We've got Ian's going to obviously bring up about the latest season of Reacher, and we've got some other things to talk about. So we've got a bumper show tonight. So first of all, let's get to it. So what I was going to say, guys, is have you seen this week? Mel Gibson talking about Lethal Weapon 5?
I saw a post which was just a static image, but I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, so he did an interview this week, and he's basically said, I'll read it to you. Basically, he said it only harks back to the others in a minimal way, but it's a story all on its own. The characters are quite different. They're older. One's retired. The other one's on a desk job. He's putting on too much weight. And he basically says as well, it's a low tech. It doesn't get into the big explosions and all this sort of stuff, but it still has the same energy and I think drive of a big action film. It still has all the elements of what was in the other films, but not nearly so complicated, but it deals more about the people in it. So what are your thoughts on another Lethal Weapon movie?
We've said this, we've covered this a lot on Brown's live streams, haven't we, Ian, about the fact that we think it's just it's kind of past it now, I think. And Danny Glover's I don't think in any fit state these days with this condition to go ahead with something like this. If you want to make a full Lethal Weapon movie, I can't really see it happening. What about you, Ian?
Yeah, I don't know how old this article is, but I was told, I think I read an article that Danny Glover has dementia.
Really?
I don't know how they're going to do that. So I don't know how old this article is. But
it's this week apparently. This week.
Oh, is it? All right. So
maybe he's handing it off. Maybe he says that one's retired, so that's Danny Glover's character. So maybe it's like a brief cameo and someone else is introduced.
Well, it won't be.
I don't want it.
Those two. Yeah. It won't be lethal.
Yeah.
Those. But they've got to focus. One thing I hate about when they bring back an IP with the main stars, I hope they don't push them to the side and try and introduce a new batch, for Lethal Weapon, because I hate that. They always do that. What I want is Mel Gibson and Danny Glover to be back, to be wisecracking, because when you get to an age, you don't stop being a wise ass. You know what I mean? And I want it to concentrate on those two at their age. That's what it should be, and also I want life and death situations as well, because they're a lot older. Doesn't mean to say that you can't be threatened, or or your family or whatever. Do you know what I mean? The stakes could be the same as the old show, but just write it for their age. They're not going to be jumping on cars or taking down villains with the fisticuffs because they're so old.
Why not?
But just do it right. That's what I say. But we'll see anyway. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Sons and Shadows. Good to see. He's saying, yeah, with Mel Gibson direct it, do it. I for me, yeah, I think it sailed a long time ago. 4 was all right. I love the
4 was
first 3.
terrible.
I just I don't know. I think it's too late now. It's just leave it be. You know, don't destroy it. It went out on kind of like a happy point, didn't it? With they all, you know, the babies giving birth with the babies and everything. But yeah, let it go. Let it go.
I think because like Mel Gibson's made a couple of movies recently and it's gone straight to streaming, and he's still, you know, he's done films where he's literally shooting people and stuff like that. You know, he's still got it, you know, no matter how old he does look really old in those films. That was made 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, maybe even last year. He's still got it. He still can do the physical stuff. It's just that you got to write for their age now. Don't make them do things they can't, you know, that'd be stupid. Do you know what I mean? That you go, you would be like the last Indiana Jones movie where an 80-year-old man is riding a horse like he's like a 35-year-old. Do you know what I mean? It was just stupid. The whole thing was just, and jumping. Remember that bit, that chase where he jumps from one to the other? It's like he's 80. There's no way he's going to be able to jump from one thing. This is ridiculous. So
why have you got to remind me
around it?
Why have you got to remind me of that movie, mate? I mean, that's disgraceful, quite frankly. Why have you got to do this to me?
Well,
that movie, whatever. I thought I blocked it out, for crying out loud, with that annoying woman in it.
It's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie.
It's
but, you know,
one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But did you see Mel Gibson, where I think he was back on? I think it was Rogan he was back on, and he was talking about, you know, actors where they got a big entourage of security around them. And he said he used to have that, but he said then he just got rid of it because he just thought, wow, if you're going to die, you're going to die. If someone's going to get you, they're going to get you. So he basically just got rid of it. You know, so, you know, maybe we can get a Lethal Weapon movie with them fighting dinosaurs or something like that. You know, why not?
He's finished his movie, isn't he? The Resurrection of Christ. He's finished that. And this time round, it's going to be in English and not Aramaic. It's going to be, they're all going to speak in English. So that's going to be interesting. And he hasn't got Jim Caviezel to play Christ. He's got some other guy to play Christ. So I don't know what happened there, whether they fell out or anything, or maybe he didn't want to do it. I don't know. But, you know, it's all set for I think it's next year, Easter. And it's going to be a hit because the Christians, man, they'll flock to go and see this film.
Yeah, they will.
They really will. So, you know, I do
rate. Be a bit upset.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, same. They'll be a bit upset when they've all got mock me accents. Like, all right, my mate, I'm Jesus Christ.
It will be that. But yeah, I mean,
that or Scouse accent, I'm not sure.
Brummy accent.
A Geordie accent, yeah.
Back to the dead, you know what I'm still doing? Look, you know, come on, fellas.
Come follow me, everyone.
It's going to be all right.
What's going on there?
I think he's a good director. I think he knows what he's doing. You know, my friend Father Miller is not a fan of his. Something to do with the way he's bad-mouthed the Roman Catholic Church or something like that. I can't remember what Father Miller said, but he's not a fan. But, you know, I'll go and see the film. I like the first one, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does with this one, you know? So, yeah.
So that's our first article of the day. Now, Ian, you've been watching this, haven't you? What are your thoughts on Reacher season 4 at the moment?
So I've watched 3 episodes because that's the 3 episodes that they've released, and you know what? It's a lot of fun. It's not woke as far as I can tell. There are bits in it where you think, okay, you know, whatever, they DEI it, but it doesn't spoil it at all. The thing I like about Reacher is, the reason why I like it so much is because when there's horrible characters in there, he literally deals with them in a way that you wish you can deal with them. And I think that's the attraction that Reacher has. that you wish you could do what he does to like a room full of people. You know, it is a very manly show. And the guy who plays Reacher, I know they say he's an idiot in real life, but in the show, he's really good at I think this is much better than the Tom Cruise version of Reacher. This is more more in line with the novel. But I do recommend it. There's 3 episodes that are out. I was going to watch the first episode. I was thinking to myself, I'll watch the first episode, then do some work. And I ended up watching all 3. So that's how good it was.
Positive.
It captured what, you know, I wanted to know what was going to happen next. So, but anyone that's watched Reacher will recognize this, what I'm going to say. In every season, there's a scene in it where Reacher opens the door and there's a woman standing there and Reacher's he's shirtless. And the woman always goes, "Ooh, hello, here's your..." Every season, check it out. Every season they do this, and this one was no exception. So it's I think that's got to be an in-joke, surely, because they do that in every one. So, but look out for that. There's always they always do that. So, but yeah, I recommend it highly. It's a great show. But this season is.
Well, that's the same with me, mate. Every time I get out of the shower, you know what I mean? It's just like I don't even know how to get in my house. I'm like, you know, someone call the police. So that's a thumbs up from you then on Reacher. Yep. Which is really good.
It's worth your time, guys.
Yep. So what I'm gonna sort of bring up next is some trailers.
Oh, I'm just going to mention, John. I'm just going to mention I've not seen a single episode of Reacher. Although no, I think I've seen an episode of late in season 1 when I went to the States, and the family I was staying with at the time were big fans of it. So I watched one episode, but it didn't grab me for some reason. I just thought, I don't know, about something about this I don't like. It's maybe it's not enough lasers and stuff in it and explosions. I don't know. But if you put on loads of weight, if you put on about 10 stone in weight, gets addicted to junk food, becomes massive, then I might watch it because then you can call it Reach Around.
But it is worth your time if you've got the patience. It is worth your time. The first season's absolutely terrific, in my opinion, because if you've read the books, it's very close to what it's in the books, and it's the idea. You know, when you watch Dexter, right? The proper season, the one that was on the first season, second season. The reason why you gravitate towards Dexter is because he gets rid of the foul people, you know, the people that just are horrible. He gets rid of them. And secretly, wouldn't you want to get rid of all the people, all the pedos, all the people in this world, if you could? Do you know what I mean? So that's why Dexter was people so like Dexter. Obviously, the story was really good as well. But he you know, he's a serial killer, but he only kills other serial killers and only kills bad people, which is good. And the same thing with Reacher as well. You have the most obnoxious people, bullies, you know, people that kill people for no reason, and Reacher takes care of them. It's like if you were, when you're watching it, you're like, if you were Reacher, that's what you'd do. I wish I could do that. That's the kind of thing.
It's like modern Death Wish, isn't it? You know.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's something that you wish you could do. You know, when you watch Star Wars and you watch Han Solo kill Greedo, and you watch Han Solo take on the stormtroopers, it's the thing that when you watch it, because the character's so good, you put yourself in that character's place. Do you know what I mean? It's the kind of thing that you wish you could do easily, like Han Solo, even Spider-Man. You know, when Spider-Man does things, you wish you could do what he could do. Do you know what I mean? Because he's so amazing. That's the thing. That's the power of these shows. That's what the power of those shows have got, which ordinary normies gravitate towards. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah,
brilliant. Before we move on as well, I just want to say a big thank you, because we've got Fancheered here who's given us a super chat. Thank you very much for that. Love Tom Cruise Reacher. Not got into season 1 of TV yet. Now, I agree with Ian. the series is far superior to the Tom Cruise movies. So trust me, you will enjoy it. You really will.
Yeah, it is good. And it's got hot women as well. It's got hot women in every season. There's one season which isn't very good when he has to team with him. That was just nonsense. It was okay, it wasn't, but every season has a hot woman in it, and Rachel always gets with them. So you can't say any fairer than that, right? You can't say any fairer than that. So there you go. Back to the old-fashioned way of making TV shows. So there you go.
And I mean, also, blimey, Sons and Shadows cast. My good friend Jeff, good to see you, buddy, has sent a super chat as well. So send in GDO code. Thank you very much, my friend. So we're actually getting super chats now. So maybe some people out there like us. Who would have thought it, hey guys? Yeah. Yeah, I thought I heard myself there. Yeah,
you did. You did. I think
Swappers. He's cloned me. So what I wanted to do, guys, is I actually wanted to bring in some movie trailers, and we'll go through and watch them, and then we'll react as we go. Okay. So the first one I've got is this one. So, when you're ready,
this one?
This is End of Oak Street.
Oh,
the latest trailer, because it's out now.
It's not playing very well, is it?
I haven't done it yet. That'll be why.
All right.
So, okay, let's start it.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a modern sonic family.
So modern day, well, 70s style, 80s style sort of town, and then suddenly people are running in the background. Yeah.
The kid knows the lyrics to Flintstones. When I used to sing it when I was a kid, I never knew that line. I'd go, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. It's a that's what I would say, because she knows the lyrics.
Yeah, I think they've put that in there to just basically as a nod to people who are of that age that know who the Flintstones are, because there's people that won't have a clue who they are. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's crack on.
Run! Get inside now!
Mum, look! It's a dinosaur. As we're backing out with our car.
Really?
So let's carry on.
What the hell's going on?
So high tempo straight away.
I think that our neighborhood has moved. We're in the past, aren't we?
So there we go there, look. So we've got a whole town cut off. It's like it's just been ditched into the past.
Well, it's time traveled into the past for some reason.
Now, I was going to ask you guys on this. What are your thoughts on this? Just theorizing here. Is this aliens have dumped it in, or is this a government experiment kind of situation? Because
I'd probably go down the government experiment gone awry sort of scenario, a bit like The Mist, but with time travel instead.
Because I said this on the podcast live like last week. It reminds me there was a Twilight Zone episode where there was a couple that were walking through their town. And they suddenly found out that they'd been put in a replica of their town by giant aliens, and it kind of gave me that kind of vibe to it as well. But let's carry on.
How the hell is that even possible?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna survive.
Pause it there. So we've got, what's that, T-Rex going past the window?
Yeah, I don't know. This film looks stupid to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to go and see it. It sounds like something that J.J. Abrams will come up with. You know, the was it the box, whatever it was, the mystery box thing, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
He'd just remake Jurassic Park, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it sounds like one of his ideas. It sounds like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks daft to me, but you know, might be a good.
It seems at the moment like someone in a boardroom somewhere has thought, right, what do kids like? Dinosaurs, right? Oh yeah, dinosaurs. The dinosaur movie thing's kind of been done to death, though, wasn't it? Yeah, but what really makes dinosaur movies fun is putting dinosaurs in suburbia and having humans run around being scared and eaten by dinosaurs. That's what we need to do. What can we do that hasn't been done before in that scenario? How about time travel? What do you mean time travel? Let's transport the whole town back to prehistoric times and then see what happens. It's like it seems like it's been just thrown a bunch of ideas in a pot and they've kind of pulled that out of it. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's probably what it is. Yeah,
let's see the rest of it.
Get back! Run!
You go at a T-Rex with a mallet. Yes, work.
I haven't seen one male character with a gun yet, but anyway,
I watched Kung Fu Hot Dog's video on this movie.
All right, what did he say?
And he said that because I'm kind of a bit indifferent towards this, so it looked to me the early trailer I thought looked like a bit like Jumanji but with dinosaurs, and this shows a lot more like with the time travel aspect and the board around the town and stuff like that going on. But Kung Fu did say that Anne Hathaway's been a bit of a girl boss in it, and Ewan McGregor's character's a bit of a hapless idiot because, you know, straight what male, etc. But Anne Hathaway's the feminist Rambo. So I think that's what we've got to expect from this movie, typically.
It doesn't sound like a movie I'd go and see, that's for sure.
The End of Oak Street in cinemas August 14.
And we got that deep voice guy.
I know. I put that in deliberately because I knew you would love that. I knew you'd love it.
Voice guy. Yeah.
We need Mog doing the voices for that, don't we? Instead of deep voice guy for it, just to switch it up a bit. You know, a bit of representation for the less masculine of society, I think.
And also, I just like to point out that Ewan McGregor's American accent is fucking awful. It really is. He needs to.
I didn't see Black Hawk Down, so I can't speak on that one. But everything else I've seen him in with an American accent, that's my ears.
Didn't want Big Fish? He did one as well. Was it Big Fish? I think he did an American. I want to say thank you again to Fancheered, your legend. Another super chat. Thank you very much. Said it's good. Popcast Brothers, my good friends there. Review yesterday after the movie. So it's a nice little segue actually, because what I can do is I can just show you the Popcast Brothers new website actually, which madly I am now an editor on, which the poor sods, I don't know why they gave me that. That's just stupidity, quite frankly. But essentially they are doing reviews of movies literally as soon as they get out of the cinema. And just share the screen now, everybody, so you can see it. So make sure you go and bookmark that and join their webpage because it's good. So here we go. So this is the webpage for Popcast Brothers. So they've got their review is just up now for The End of Oak Street. Lanterns is up. They've got loads on here.
Blimey, look at that Lethal Weapon one. Look at that. Look at that.
I know, it's cool, isn't it? It's cool. Yeah, I did see them put that up and I was like, yeah, I thought Brian's done really well with that one. Legend. And then, yeah, they've got, latest news, articles. There's links to the main YouTube channels here. So you just click on them, it'll go straight there. And then it links to their store, so you can buy merchandise, t-shirts. You got the works there. So yeah, check it out, everybody. So moving on, guys, in this incredibly hot day. Ian's loving it because he's in his room and his mum's got his fan.
Well.
So
only 4 billion free. That's excellent. What's this?
That's going to happen though. I can see you making that, mate. I can see Swappers is inspired.
It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time.
Yeah. So for that movie, End of Oak Street, then Ian, you're giving that thumbs down, are you? From what you've seen of it?
No.
Before you've seen it?
No. It looks okay. It looks like a dumb movie. It's probably a popcorn movie. That you'll just enjoy as you're watching it and come out the cinema and not think about it ever again. That kind of movie. Nothing wrong with those kind of movies. It's probably that. But it looks stupid though. I don't know. I'll probably go and see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and watch it. I think I'll give everything a try as like you guys, and then give my verdict at the end of it. That's what you should do, isn't it, really? So I mean, moving on to the next trailer, guys. I thought I would show you this.
For you, I know what you're capable of.
You know what it is already?
Yeah, it's that stupid computer game thing, isn't it?
So that's a positive from you already, mate.
Well, how many times could they remake this computer game? What's it called again? Fighter, whatever it's called.
Street Fighter.
Swappers. That's it. Swappers would know. These Swappers into computer games. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
How many times they made Street Fighter? 3 times? 2 times? I don't know.
Well, they got the, was it sometime in the 90s, that 94? Was it? I can't remember when it was
Van
released.
Damme and Kylie Minogue, wasn't it? Early 90s.
Yeah.
Was the first one.
It was very much unlike Street Fighter. I don't quite know what they were thinking there, but yeah. I don't know what any of the other times I've made it. There was a great anime adaptation of it in the 90s as well, which is the definitive version. But still, it wasn't, it didn't. I don't think that really did the game that much justice. But because there were a lot of the characters that didn't get much screen time. But I think this is an attempt to kind of go down the Masters of the Universe route and in quotes, give fans what they want kind of scenario. And it looks kind of okay in places, this one. But it definitely doesn't match up with my vision of how that movie would look if I did it. I'm a massive Street Fighter fan from, when 2 was released right through 3, 4, and 5. And all of the other games in between, Final Fight, all the other Capcom arcade games. So I'm kind of well steeped in the lore. Watching this movie kind of makes me cringe a bit, to be honest with you. Some things it looks like they got right, and others it's kind of Bob Bison does not look right at all for a start.
Yeah.
He should be Thai anyway. There's loads of things they've got wrong. Cammy's not well, she doesn't look British in the slightest at all. She looks decisively non-British. I'm not going to say, any particular nationality, but let's just say she doesn't look Caucasian. But so they've taken a lot of liberties with this. And Guile, it looks like a wrestler dressed up as Guile. He doesn't look like they've cast the character to look like the original design, if you know what I mean. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that could have played him. I think in his day, in the 90s, Dolph Lundgren would have been perfect to play Guile. He just looks so much like the game character. He would have been perfect for it. And you're telling me, out of all of the other actors and martial artists and physical fighting actors that there are in this world out there, they couldn't find a better person to look more like Guile than this guy, So it seems like it's a bit of a half-assed attempt from my perspective, but it might still be really good for all I know. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, just before we carry on, I was going to say, Fanchid, you are a legend tonight. You basically say another super chat. Thank you very much. Saying, nah, go see it. If Brian gave it a good review, it's a thumbs up from you. So yeah, okay.
Brian, who's
Brian
Brian?
very highly. He's my friend on the podcast.
Right, gotcha.
So top guy.
Look,
yeah.
Fan. What's his name? Fanchid.
Cheered.
Right. The only opinion that counts is mine. So if I say it's rubbish, then it's rubbish. Nah. I think all woke people should just go and see it and make up their own minds. Do you know what? Street Fighter. You ever see the they have an AI out there where they have the computer game, and then they have on the right their version of a real person playing the computer game. That's what they should look at, something like that. If people can look like the real the characters in the computer game, they can get actors, but it's just the whole of Hollywood's tainted, isn't it? Let's face it, with the DEI and stuff like that. That's why we're not getting people that look like the main characters at all. They're screwing around with it. So
yeah. Let's play some more of it and see if we can get swappers angry.
Show me.
Let's go!
Oh.
I do not wish to fight you. Then you die. Okay? I want you.
You expect Momoa to just go, my man, right there at that moment, don't you?
he's in everything, isn't he?
Yeah. So like you say, I get what you mean, Swap, as you said a few minutes ago. My problem with this is I got no problem with Jason Momoa. I'm a big fan of Momoa because of Stargate Atlantis, but they've made him look like Momoa.
Yeah,
that's my problem with it, and they shouldn't. That I don't like it when they do that. That's why I always have respect for Carl Urban when he did Dread, because he was happy to keep the helmet on, you know, all the way through it, and I respect that. I really do. But let's carry on.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So they're heavily marketing it on Momoa. Then they want everybody to know he's in the movie.
I think so.
And So it doesn't look good. It looks like, I don't know. It's not the kind of film. Well, I might go and see it. Who knows? I did play the game once in my life, but that was about it. So we'll see.
And I will watch it. I have to say, from what I've seen so far, I'm not sure it's gonna really excite me to want to watch it again. And again, I grew up like you, Swappers. I grew up on the Street Fighter, games on the Mega Drive. So I adored them. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to do that for me. On a quick aside as well, similar to what you're saying, I caught up with it and I watched Masters of the Universe at the weekend.
Any good?
The movie. I really struggled with it. I've still got about 10 minutes left. I actually stopped it, which isn't a good sign for me.
Is that just through boredom, or you just didn't like it?
Yeah, it just took me. I just it wasn't engaging me, and I thought, if anything, a Masters of the Universe movie should engage me. That should be the first thing it does. I think my main problem with it is I get from the cartoons that Prince Adam was always like a bit of a wimpy idiot, and they took the mick out of him, but they forgot that, and they did that with He-Man as well. and He-Man, that was never the case. And also, there were bits where they were like in Skeletor's lair, and it's like Idris Elba's Man at Arms is basically they're captured, and he basically says, "Don't tell him anything, Adam." And it's like, well, you've just given away his secret identity. So there were things like that I didn't get. It wasn't great, but like I say, they're doing all of these at the moment, aren't they, swappers? So we're getting them. We always wanted them, but it's whether they're up to that quality, I suppose, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, they're just sort of. We know Hollywood's out of ideas. They're looking for properties to plunder, and video games is an obvious resource for that, because they know that there's a massive installed user base. So they think, oh, we've got an audience ready. We don't need to kind of struggle to get people to watch this film. People are just going to go and get it because they're familiar with the property. So they're plundering now everything to do with video games, and this is just another one in the list. I think Mortal Kombat was the last one, and by all accounts, from what I've heard from people, it wasn't great. And I just don't think this one looks like it has a lot more passion and creativity put into it, and a lot more talent put into it. But from what I've seen so far, it's not doing it for me as a fan of Street Fighter at all. It looks like this is what Street Fighter fans want. Let's give them this. I'm a Street Fighter fan. I know what fans want. It needs to look like this, this, and this. This needs to happen. This needs to happen. Put it out. There's two different schools of thought completely there. This looks like a bit too much like a corporate boardroom exec meeting result to me, rather than people actually, proper artists getting together with passion to create something that they want to bring to life, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's got the potential to make reasonable money because it's Street Fighter, so the gamers are going to go and watch it, but it's not going to break the bank, is it? This movie. I was going to say, so moving on, guys, to the next trailer. I've got this one for you, which I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this one, but it's the Rocky.
I'm Mike. Acting's what I live and breathe for. And I gotta have faith in myself.
You need to show.
First thoughts?
Yeah.
I got a brutal rematch.
Look, I heard that they didn't. I think they have now, but they didn't really speak to Sylvester Stallone about this.
Really?
Yeah, and I think Sylvester Stallone's okay with it now. It's the same thing they did with. Do you remember Creed? I wasn't fooled by Creed. This was definitely one of those woke things.
I didn't like Creed.
What they wanted to do is they wanted to take Rocky and make him black because white privilege and all that nonsense. And they did it with Creed. And you know what solidified that was the last version of Creed that didn't have Sylvester Stallone in it at all, right? So that they wanted to take what was great about Rocky and turn him into a black guy, and that's what they did in Creed. In this, I don't know what they're doing here. What I mean, did it get Sylvester Stallone's blessings? I don't know.
No,
I've always got something about when they do things like that, how they never get someone to look like the person. He looks a bit like him, but come on. You could get someone better that looks more like him, But anyway, whatever.
Well, again, as an iconic actor, and you're talking about an iconic role, that launched him. I agree with you. I really do. And again, I'll double check that this week, and maybe we can talk about it next week, because you're right. If they didn't speak to him about it, that's out of order, because he's been doing interviews quite a lot lately. But I do remember, what was it, the final Creed movie, because he fell out with Dolph Lundgren, didn't he? Because he basically said they stitched me up. Was it the Winklers who he said they stitched him up, and he said Dolph was meant to be his friend, and yet he went on and did that movie. So yeah, there was stuff, but I was like you. I hated the Creed movies, mate. I wasn't a fan of them at all.
And also, it was really funny with Creed is they tried to squeeze him in. Like everybody knows that Apollo, was his wife, and then he died, and his wife went, and then they made that Apollo had an affair, and then had this guy.
Yeah, they devalued him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? You know, it's just really nonsense, really.
And again, for me, those Creed movies, I was like, there was nothing new to them. It was basically just redoing Rocky. And I thought to myself,
with a black guy.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought to myself, I really like actually Rocky Balboa, and I like how Stallone wrapped it up. You know, he said, you know, old man who basically still had something in the basement to prove, came back and he said, while everyone was laughing at him, he just wanted to go out, you know, to get his pride back, basically. And he did. And it was a wonderful way to wrap it up. And it shouldn't have gone. They shouldn't have continued it, really.
Well, what Hollywood is doing with all these IPs is they want to retcon them. And Creed was one version of trying to retcon Rocky, and they did it. And I don't know about this film. I hope this film is good. I want to know how close it is to actually what actually happened. But the only person that can tell you that is Sylvester Stallone, I guess. So it says here Stallone gave his blessings in the Zoom call while filming Tulsa King. But the thing is that it sounds weird that he's not on set. He's not talking to the director and saying, wait a moment, this is not the way it happened. You know, we should do it this way. Do you know what I mean? They should have it. He should be advising on set.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know.
I just want to say we got Kung Fu hot dog in the chat. Thanks very much for showing us hot chocolate. Kung Fu hot chocolate. I've just rebranded you without you knowing about it.
Baby, that's the truth.
But I was going to say, look, put your link to your channel in the chat so everyone can click and go to your YouTube page, because you know Swappers is what's your review. I'll check them out. So
if anyone in the chat's not checked out Jason's channel, Kung Fu Hot Dog, amazing, superb, you'll love it.
Yeah, but the question is, did they send the script to Sylvester Stallone? Did they say, is this how it happened? Because when they do these films, usually the guy they're portraying is dead or something like that, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson. So, but you got a living legend there, Sylvester Stallone. So I don't understand why they didn't wait for him to finish Tulsa King and then have him on set to say, no, this is the way it happened. I mean, that makes sense to me, right? You know, it makes sense to me. So anyway, I know.
Yeah, let's carry it on.
Tell everyone who you are.
I like this girl, Sylvester.
Sylvester?
That's right, his real name.
It's got a nice ring to it. Sylvester Stallone. It's like Peter Parker.
Can I just say I really hate the fact they've CGI'd the lion now for MGM. That's one of my pet hates.
also, isn't it true in real life that woman he eventually married, he got divorced? He divorced her and things went pear-shaped in his life with her. So that's going to be interesting if they involved her in the film.
Yeah. Was that the one he was with when he was broke and he didn't have anything? He only had the dog.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting how they portray this movie.
Thanks, Lord Foff. Kung Fu Hot Dog, his link for his channel's in the chat. So go check out his channel.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Sorted. So let's carry on.
Are you delusional? You don't got the looks to be a movie star. Not to mention, you talk like you got rocks in your mouth.
Yeah, I know I don't look like Einstein, but I got a brain. The only way for me to get to show people is me to have to write a script for myself.
Yes.
I mean, I'll give him credit. He's sounding like Stallone a bit, isn't he, in it? So I'll give him credit for that. But like you say, he doesn't look like Stallone.
No, he doesn't.
That's an issue.
Yeah, whatever. Well, as I said, right, that's one of my nitpicks when they do biographies and and stuff like that in movies, that they never get the person to look like them. The only person that came close to is Jamie Foxx when he played Ray Charles, looked exactly like him. Cool. And the guy played Michael Jackson. There were some shots in there where you thought it was Michael Jackson.
Nephew.
So those two really worked really well. I mean, getting Will Smith to play Muhammad Ali. He looks nothing like him. It's like, and he performed like him either. And it's like, that didn't work. Anyway, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah, good to see you, Brendan. Thanks for joining. Yeah, didn't ask Michael Sheen to do it. No.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah. Here we go.
Don't do that. Write a script. And give yourself the best part. There's something big here.
You wrote this in...
So yeah.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Why is the woman driving this trailer? There's something big here. What? He doesn't see it?
Yeah.
I just hope it isn't woke. Please don't let it be.
Yeah.
Woke. Anyway,
if there's one thing you don't want to be woke, it's this. But I was going to say this is part of his issue and his bust up with the Winklers, isn't it? Chartoff and Winkler, because or whoever's still alive, because he basically wanted the rights to his script back for Rocky, and they won't give him the rights back. I think that's it, isn't it? I think that's the main issue.
They own the IP, I think. So
yeah.
Interesting.
Let's watch the rest of it.
3.5 days. This is freaking good. Touch someone like Chuck Bronson, or we could do Eastwood.
Guys, I play Rocky.
I have no idea what that means.
So the writer wants to be in it as the lead. No.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We know. Well, the thing is, though, we know the story of Rocky.
Yeah.
So this is no surprise to us. Although I guess some normies might not know it, so it'll be good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely not. Throw some money at him. 25K.
No.
Raise the offer. Try 75. You're parking cars, for Christ's sake. Sylvester.
No.
175.
Go to 200.
No?
I'm not giving this up.
Well, fair play to him. He never gave it up, did he?
Nope.
All credit to him. No, a lot
with every winner, there's always losers. So he just got lucky that they agreed to for him to be the lead, because there's probably thousands of actors that wrote really good scripts and demanded that they be the lead, and then they've just said fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with this one, they didn't. So there you go.
I think he said that his original concept was, what his first version was, it was going to be like a taxi driver who became mayor, and then he watched a famous fight, I think, where this underdog boxer knocked out, was it Muhammad Ali or someone, just knocked them to they didn't win, but it was the underdog sort of story that they managed to floor a famous boxer. So he then came up with the concept of Rocky. I might be wrong. Correct me in the chat if I am.
Not for $1 million. Not for 10.
I know that.
Hey.
All right, now if you do this, it comes with some strings.
Yeah, because the strings that it came with is that if he went one day over, they would take the movie away from him. So they shot run and gun style, as you can see right there in real life. So when he was running through the market, he was literally doing that without a permit. And even when he did the stair scene, he was doing that without a permit as well. So they really did shoot this run and gun when they were making this film. So and the director was right behind Sylvester Stallone, because he realized he had gold there. So he said to Sylvester Stallone, "Look, I promise you, we will not go over. You know, I want this film to succeed." And Sylvester Stallone and the director both made this film work. So there you go.
Yeah, and I remember from the documentary they said that one of the guys developed the Steadicam in this movie.
I don't think it. I don't know about that, but I know they developed a Steadicam for Halloween. I know they were one of the first people. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
On the Rocky documentary, yeah. So I'll go back and check it. But yeah, there was a.
There's a kind of a Steadicam there. Looks like a Steadicam.
Yeah, you know more than me, mate.
Yeah.
Never fall one day behind schedule.
The meat's frozen solid.
They're gonna kick you to the curb.
You broke your hand.
And they can replace you with a real actor.
I don't even know what I'm doing is any good.
Just do the best acting of your life and everything will be fine.
Did you notice that dog really didn't want to go for a run then? It was literally pulling away to the side.
And see, the thing is, though, is that true, though? Did he really break his hand hitting that thing? You see, with movies, right, especially when they're trying to do real life, they do add things in there. Like, I'll give you an example, the Bruce Lee story with, I can't remember who played Bruce Lee, Jason Scott Lee. Most of that stuff in the movie wasn't true at all. Like, if you watch the movie, it's like he had a fight in Japan and his dad got so nervous he put him on a plane to America. That's not true. Bruce Lee's family was quite wealthy. But they don't say that in the movie. So they might switch things up on this one. Did he break his hand? Well, who knows?
Yeah,
we'll find out,
to
right?
check that out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he did. I think they've been a bit creative there with that one.
Up the ante. If you go one day over, you got a broken hand. If you got one day over, the movie's ours. Yeah, that kind of thing. So I mean, it might be true. I don't know, but it feels like they actually added that. But it
does.
I can ask Sylvester if it's true.
Ask him. I know you two hang. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Swapper, so far?
I was, because he doesn't look that much like Sylvester Stallone, I was kind of put off from the start. But as I carried on watching the trailer, I thought his performance was actually fairly impressive, and I was getting used to it. So I can imagine watching the film and kind of that suspension of disbelief will probably just fade away, and I'll get on with the movie and just enjoy it. But one thing I mainly noticed was the fact that the blonde girl in this was the little girl from Escape to Witch Mountain.
What, the new one or the original?
Yeah, the remake with The Rock in it.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible, that film. Yeah.
She was in Bridge to Terabithia and I think a load of other movies as well, but she's quite blossomed as an adult, I have to say.
You see, right? If this movie carries on and she's behind him going, yes, Sylvester Lee should do this. No, you're wrong, Sylvester Lee should do this. Then the woke has touched it. I hope that isn't the case for this film.
I agree with you on that, Ian, because it's like the creative thing where, like you said, have they put in there just added that he broke his hand when he didn't? Because they're sat in the car they're sat in the car at night with the rain and she's crying because they did that bit in it where it says, oh well, they can replace you within X number of days with a real actor. So I'm wondering if they've added that in. And
I think that bit is true. If they went one day over, then they would take the film away from. That's true. Also with Troy Duffy, that film that Troy Duffy made. I can't remember what it was called. The one with Billy Connolly as the bad. Well, he's one of the bad guys in there. What was that film called? Saints. The Doom something Saints.
Doomcock.
Doomcock. The Doomcock Saints. That film, it was true. They said to the director, if you go down one day over, we'll take the film away from you. So he pushed everything. So do you know what I mean? So it is true they do that. So it might be true for this for Sylvester Stallone when he was making Rocky as well. So we'll see.
Yeah. So finish the rest of it.
How far behind schedule are they?
They're not.
This movie is about having a belief in yourself. It's about going the distance. I put my heart and soul on the page. If I'm not willing to live up to what
So he had to sell the dog, didn't he, to get onto the film at the time? Because he had nothing, didn't he? And then he says in the extras on the Rocky sets, he says, oh, he went back to the guy he sold it to, and the guy was basically an arse and was charging excessive money to buy him back, which he then had to.
I wrote. And what's the point? So do you believe in me? Or not? I thought you said you could box.
I lied.
Let go of the head!
I'm an actor, goddammit. You always lie.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, Carl Weathers didn't rate Stallone originally, did he? In the the documentaries and the interviews, he basically was like, "Well, who is this guy? You know, he doesn't sound like he can act." But then he warmed to him afterwards.
I don't know. It looks good. I'd go and see it. But the thing is, though, who's the audience for this? It's obviously us, because the new generation of people, they probably haven't watched Rocky. And you know what? Rocky is a classic movie, but it is slow to start off with. So these kids these days, they can't even sit through 5 minutes of something, let alone 1 minute. So I reckon the new generation hasn't seen Rocky. So when you've got this film obviously is talking to us because we know Rocky. So I don't know how much money it's going to make, but I hope it's a success because it looks quite good.
Yes. I'll watch it definitely.
I'll watch it.
I'm a bit more positive after watching the Michael Jackson documentary. I love that movie.
I thought it was a good movie.
So I'm game. I'm down for it. But what about you, Swappers? Are you going to go and watch this, or will you wait for it to come out on, streaming?
Yeah, I'll probably wait for this one. I think. I really enjoyed the Rocky movies as a kid, but it's nothing I ever really wanted to be taken to the cinema to see. Because they were kind of films I enjoyed at home, really. Same as the First Blood, Rambo movies. If I'm going to pay to go and see something, it's got to be right up my alley, which means sci-fi action, fantasy, that kind of thing. And this is a bit too real world for my money. Not to say, I think it's rubbish or anything like that. I'm sure it's, perfectly decent movie by the looks of it, unless it's woke, obviously, which you can't tell from the trailer. But it's just not my bag. These days I've got to be really frugal about where I spend my money as far as cinema tickets go, because they ain't cheap these days. It's not like we can just go and drop £3 to go see a film anymore. So, it's like 10, 15 quid a pop. So, I've got to be really, it's got to be something I really desperately want to see. And even then, only after I've vetted it from putting it through 3 online reviewers that I really trust, that aren't going to shill for it. So this is why I hardly ever go to the cinema anymore. But so it's going to be a wait and see for me, this one.
Yep, that's fine. So guys, the next trailer I want to show you is this one, and this is going to be probably, I'm suspecting with you two and with the chat, it's going to be a kind of a Marmite one. You either love it or you hate it, but here we go.
Everything changes. One day you're a cat. Just take a little taste for daddy. Come on, sweetheart. Or a king. Next day.
Thoughts so far? You know what it is?
Digger.
Yeah. Looks rubbish.
Yeah.
I've seen this trailer. It looks rubbish. I just don't know what it's about. I don't care either. Just, they've aged him up because he's meant to be the same age as he is now. So they've aged him up. Is he meant to be portraying someone real? Anybody?
No, he's not. I think someone helped me in the chat, but I think this is just an out there movie. It's almost like a bit of a Tropic Thunder side story sort of joke. Was it the Les Grossman? It's kind of riffing off of that character, I think, from Tropic Thunder. But we'll play it on some more.
You're just asses in a box. How long would you say she has?
Between 2 weeks, 5 minutes.
Mr. Rockwell, my name is Sandy Clarkson.
Yeah, Sandy. How you been, buddy? You're the man with the 5-foot crap.
So, what about you, Swappers? What are you thinking so far?
I was, when I saw this originally, I was kind of intrigued as to where it was going to go. It's very difficult to try and get a bead on what type of film this is.
It's going to be out there, isn't it?
Even from watching the entire trailer. So this, only like a few seconds into it, I'm just shaking my head thinking, what on earth is going on here? Yeah. But To be honest with you, even after seeing it, I'm still wondering myself.
Glacier over there in Greenland, it shifts 5 feet. Now, this desk in front of me is bigger than 5 feet.
Mr. Rockwell,
my dick is a tenth of that size. What do you want me to shut down a $1 billion platform over something that's 10 times the size of my dick?
I don't believe you understand.
So yeah, still not quite sure what's going on right now. I mean, I'll always give things a try that are different and out there, and trying things different. You know what I mean? Don't know about you, swappers, that for so long we've just had the same generic type movies.
It's true
that at least we're seeing something original and different.
Yeah,
but this is too different. I think this is going to be a flop for Tom Cruise.
But we used to have in the 70s and 80s, we used to have probably 90s as well, movies that really were too different. You'd sit there going, well, what on earth is this about? It's not your typical action. It's not your typical romance. It's not your typical comedy. And we often didn't even have trailers, really, unless you went to the cinema to see the trailers. You didn't have anything to judge them by. You walk into the cinema, see a poster, see the name of it, see who was in it, and go and sort of take a chance, wouldn't you really, back in the day? And if you liked it, it turned out to be good. If not, then you go, yeah, so what? Watch your next movie. You'd only blown like a couple of quid or a couple of dollars to go and watch it. But these days, a different story, isn't it? And we've had so many movies and properties that are all so formulaic and fit into a pigeonhole that's clearly definable. When you look at it, you go, oh, that's that sort of movie. Oh, that's this kind of film. That you think you dismiss it instantly without even looking any further into it. Well, this film kind of defies that, which is admirable, I think, at least from the viewing the trailer.
What we've seen so far.
But the audience today you talk about yesterday, obviously, but the audience today is not that audience. So to do something as radical as something like this, obviously they're hoping people like us would go and see it, but the young generation outnumbers us, so that's why I think it's going to be a flop, because nobody I know younger, like my nieces and stuff, interested in this film at all. I'm not even interested. It looks terrible. I mean, it might be a great film, who knows, but the trailer doesn't do anything for me at all.
It's definitely not Jumanji or a Marvel movie or Minecraft, is it?
No. But Ian, the thing is with you is you might look at it and think, oh, you think it's shit, but you'll always give it the benefit of the doubt, and you'll
definitely. I mean, I might go and see it. It depends on what people say about it, because just like swappers, I rely on people that I respect as film goers, and if one of my friends says it's absolute shit, I won't go and see it. There's no point. Why would I go and see it? Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't there's nothing in that trailer that I thought, I want to see that film. It's weird. He looks stupid in that makeup, and it just is not funny. If they're trying to be funny, they haven't hit my funny bone at all. So we'll see, right? We'll see.
Let's see the rest of it.
What's happening, sir?
What did you just say?
Sorry, sir.
Well, I know perfectly well what's going on there, because I'm paying for the whole thing. I'm paying for your fucking 90% Hungarian goose down winter jacket. I'm paying your salary. You want to shut her down?
Well,
say it!
Mr. President, we're utterly unprotected against a disaster of this magnitude.
What's our worst case scenario?
$18 trillion, sir.
Is that all the bad fucking news?
Oh, there's...
So, I'm still trying to figure it out. What this is going to be, guys. What about you?
No.
It struck me as being Bob Odenkirk. I thought it was Bob Odenkirk in makeup to begin with. I was just like, my God, he really looks like Better Call Saul, but with grey hair.
Do you know what I think it's trying to be? It's trying to be Dr. Strangelove. That's what it's trying to be. It's trying to be that humor. That's what I think. You got the military. I mean, that makeup looks awful on anytime anybody tries to put makeup on someone to make them look old, and you can tell it's makeup. It doesn't work. The best way to do that is the way they did in Endgame with Steve Rogers. They had makeup, but they combined that with CGI, and he looked very effective. He really did look old. But this makeup, you could see here, you could see that's makeup right there around his mouth to pop up his cheeks, and no. Anyway.
Wouldn't have happened if Magagig had directed it, would it? Wouldn't have happened.
I don't know. I just get the strange feeling it's trying to be like Dr. Strangelove, because he is dealing with a world catastrophe here towards the end of the track. Because I've seen this trailer before, so he's dealing with something like that. So I don't know. It's a comedy of something that's important in the world, or some. I don't know. It just looks weird.
Yeah. Let's play the rest of it.
It's the nuclear waste too.
Oh, Digger here got us into this mess, and Digger's gonna dig us out again.
Well, let's fucking go. You knew long before the rest of us. That is why it is your problem.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a typical Tom Cruise movie, so it's got that going for it.
It's out there, isn't it?
He's not lost his confidence, and a woman has to talk to him to get his confidence back, and then he does. So it's not that. But do you see the production design? It looks very much like Dr. Strangelove, where you had all those shapes and stuff in the war room and stuff like that. If it looks like they're trying to do something like that, but unfortunately, the audience today is not into stuff like that. So that's why I think it's going to flop. Flop.
Yeah.
If we can't control the course of nature, at least we can control the narrative.
But it happened.
Mother Nature, she loved the winter.
You're gonna save the world.
Ah, fellas, Mother Nature wants to fight.
Is he okay?
Mr. President.
Mr. President?
Fuck this iceberg, let's dance!
Okay, it's definitely out there.
Yes, I'm saying it's. Sorry, I've just burped. Sorry. It just
that's gone straight through the camera. That has, mate.
Sorry. It just looks weird. I'm sorry. This is not the kind of thing that I would want to watch. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? I don't know. It just doesn't look like something that I would want to watch personally.
It doesn't. No, it's not hitting me in any way either. I mean, I don't know if it's the movie content or it's a trailer. That's the thing. But there's a lot of films out there that aren't particularly great, and not particularly great, but aren't particularly marketed at people to be a typical blockbuster. But the trailer can completely belie that and show it off to be something completely great and get people in the cinema. You know what I mean? It can kind of almost missell an audience to drag people in, to give them some kind of interest. But this trailer somehow isn't doing it. The only thing it's getting by on at the moment is the fact it's Tom Cruise, so star power, and B, the fact that it looks so weird. So people are going to go, I don't know what this is, but I'm kind of intrigued. I think that's what it's hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm the same as you guys, really. I don't know quite what it's about because I don't know anything about it as such, really. But it's Tom Cruise, so I'm going to go and watch a Tom Cruise movie. But I just don't know at this moment if it's a comedy, and like you said, Ian, whether the comedy is going to hit with me. I'll just have to see when I watch it, but. It's just, I think I'm going to walk out of it and go, that was one hell of a weird movie. That's what I'm going to do.
I think, I don't know who's directing it, but I know Tom Cruise, right? He doesn't really need hits anymore. He's done his stuff. He's done his Mission Impossible films. He's done stuff where he's the hero and stuff. And all he wants to do now is to act in as many things as possible, even if it looks weird. The weirder, the better for him, because now he can experiment. So that's what I reckon he's doing. So we'll see, right? We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. It feels that way.
Yep. We'll check the rest of it out.
Help you shape the story.
They already know the story.
They know the facts. The story is yet to be told.
when all else fails, you hit him with the truth. You know, the hard truth. Just bang, bang, bang. Woo! Woo! Burning down the house.
Who's that guy he played? Les was it?
Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder.
They should have done that. They should have done that instead of this. If he was willing to go out of his way to, if he was willing to go out of his way to play an old man with blonde hair and a big fat belly and looks weird, he might as well just do Les. But anyway, we're getting Digger instead. So there you go.
Exactly. So that's our views on that, guys. Now, one thing that I want to get, the next thing I want to get, guys, the next trailer I want to get is your take on this, because it obviously got talked about this week, but it's this, and I'm going to put the trailer up. But what it is Chris Carter is doing the director's cut of X-Files I Want to Believe.
Yeah.
Now I remember this at the time, and this film was shite.
It was.
There were
two,
really
weren't
bad.
there? They released 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the last one they did.
There's the X-Files one in '98, and then there's this one as well, which was kind of the last movie, but they came back because they went into isolation after the finale of the TV series. But this went back to more sort of the horror side of X-Files as opposed to the conspiracy alien sort of side of things. So
do you know what? I want to see this because I remember when it was first released, Chris Carter was saying they kind of chopped up my movie because they wanted it to be an X amount certificate. And he's, I remember later on he was saying, this isn't the movie that I made, it was the studio. So if this is the director's cut, and he said the director's cut was far more terrifying than what we got. So I want to see if it is terrifying. I want to see if it is horrible, and see what version he's going to give us.
Like you say, you're right. He said that it's a shorter version of what we got, so maybe he's making it a bit tighter and more compact.
Well, not.
It's here. Here. It's here.
Because this was all the, wasn't it? And I haven't watched it in a long time, but you got Mulder, who's a recluse out in some, broken down house in the middle of nowhere, and Scully's working at like a Catholic hospital, I think. And they come back. Yeah, they come back. The FBI come to get them. And of course, they're a bit cautious at first because they think, well, after the finale, they're going to get killed.
Well, Scully always struggled with her faith, innit? And Billy Cobb's character is saying that he gets his permissions from God, and Scully's like trying to question that. And
he's a paedophile, isn't he? He's a paedophile.
Well, yeah, he was convicted. Yeah, and Mulder is just being Mulder in this film, as far as I can remember. But it does seem it's like a struggle between Scully and this guy who's meant to be. He's meant to be given a gift from God, an unknown paedophile. So it's just interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Chris Carter really wants us to see in this film.
Yeah, Sword in the Storm. Yeah, it's going straight to streaming from what I've heard.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I might check this out then, because I was put off from watching it originally when it came out. Was it early 2000s? I can't remember.
2008, I think it was.
Oh wait, was it? Okay. I was put off watching it because the reviews were terrible for it, and I thought I don't want my memories of the X-Files to be sullied, so I'm not going to bother with it. But if this improves it a lot, and turns it into effectively a far better film or a different film, then I'll give it a go, definitely.
Yeah. I thought you said taints it, Scully. It's not. No, I love the first movie though. The I Want to Believe. Was it X-Files I Want to Believe?
98.
Yeah, I love it. I thought that film was terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
I thought
that nailed it. That movie, it was great. I loved the ending of that movie where he saves Scully. And he's so exhausted that he passes out. But Scully, before that happens, she's unconscious, so she doesn't see
Yeah.
the UFO
UFO,
take off, and it goes into the clouds. Then she comes to, and he conks out. So they do that nice thing again where she still doesn't believe because she hasn't seen it, and yet he's seen it clearly. Really good movie.
It's interesting.
Never get
because
tired of it.
you wonder how they got back from the end.
Yeah.
How did they get
tractor.
back? I'm
tractor.
confused. Maybe with the tractor, I don't know, but yeah, it's very confusing, isn't it? Yeah. I love the film. I thought the film was. I loved the start of that film as well, when everybody's searching the wrong building, and Mulder's like, let's search this one, which has nothing to do with that building. That's his logic, isn't it?
It's so good.
So yeah, it's
so
really
good.
good. Really good film.
That's the one with Martin Landau in it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
yes,
And he's like the conspiracy theorist that they've debunked. You know, like they've set him up to be like be a paedophile to like destroy his credibility.
Yeah. And there's who else is in it? The guy who plays
he was in the Battlestar.
The old guy.
He was in Battlestar. He was also
he
the guy who was in the Battlestar Galactica remake. Was in it as well. He's like the bad guy in it. Who's like because it's all like swap. They're trying to save a family member and swap the body, the head to the body. So
there's so many good bits in that film. The bit where he goes to, I don't know if you guys remember the bit where he goes to the bar and the woman says, well, what do you do for a living? And it just does that monologue right across there. I thought it was brilliant.
So good.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
It's really good. And it's like just where he takes her across country because there's a conspiracy, because they're being blamed for it, and then they're chasing a train through the fields at early hours of the morning. It's all good stuff, and the practical explosion of the building and everything was fantastic.
Oh yeah, terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Yeah. It was a really good time. It was peak X-Files, wasn't it, at that point?
Yeah. And Mulder always has to say some really a weird joke that's not funny. So when the explosion happens, they get into the car, don't they? And she goes, "We got no time." They get into the car, and the whole building explodes, and it lifts the car. And then as they get out, he says, "Next time you're buying." Do you know what I mean? It wasn't even funny. It wasn't even funny. No, it was like, what? Okay.
Did you hear Chris Carter as well this week to say that he wants to finish off his X-Files run? Because because he said there were stories that he wanted to tell, a few stories, but he had his time, because that reboot of it, there were some nice episodes, but the bulk of it was awful.
The reboot of the reboot is going to be shit.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. That's going to crash and burn, that one.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, you cannot do X-Files without Mulder in it. They tried that with season 9. Robert Patrick was great, don't get me wrong, as Doggett, he was really good, but you cannot do an X-Files show without Mulder. You just can't. Doesn't work. He was the driving force from the first episode, wasn't he?
It's really funny, right? Because it's interesting, because if you see the first episode of the X-Files, how much they've changed from the first episode to, say, season 2. When it's Mulder used to wear glasses, right? Because there's that scene in it where she goes to visit him in the basement, and he's wearing glasses, and she's wearing glasses, and suddenly they're not wearing glasses anymore. They don't need them.
You were sent to spy on me. It's very interesting when you see a pilot and then you see the following episode and the changes they've made, like even in like characters, because they are very different when you watch that first pilot. But it's a great pilot.
A good show. It is a good show.
Yeah.
And it's great, got a great theme as well, which they don't do these days. Yeah, because they got at the bottom, you can skip the theme, whatever, or skip the opening scene. It's just ridiculous now, isn't it?
I mean that's iconic, isn't it? It really is.
It is.
So I won't play the rest of this trailer, because we know the X-Files, and people I'm sure have seen that movie already. But what I wanted to do, guys, in our next segment is I wanted to talk about the sci-fi ships, and we did a poll.
Shit porn.
Yeah.
So Swapper's favorite.
Did you say shit porn or did you say shit porn?
Shit.
Yeah,
This is.
It's important we clarify that, John.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So let me just grab some videos, but essentially, we did a poll, and we were saying, and we're going to keep doing this because we want to effectively do polls each week, and we want to effectively whittle it down until we've got the number one sci-fi fantasy ship that people in the chat and people online regard as number one. Okay. So I'm going to do the first one. Okay. And then we'll talk about the poll results. So the first one, this, and I've gone for my era to start with. So it's the TARDIS.
Okay. The inside.
Yeah, and I've got a few extra bits as well.
The TARDIS.
So this is obviously from the 50th when it's jiggering back. That is a lovely interior of a TARDIS.
Yes, it is.
And then TARDIS there, and then I've obviously reversed it, but there's the police box. So that's the first one. Okay. Now the next one is this. Now I know you know it really well.
The Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So another iconic ship.
They're coming in too fast.
Yeah.
There's a
great
that one, ship, isn't it? It's a great ship.
It's a fantastic ship. It really is good. And then the next one we've got. And again, we're going to geek out in a minute because we're going to talk about all of it. So the next one is the X-Wing.
Oh, the X-Wings.
Another great. Look at that. Iconic, isn't it? So good.
It is.
So good. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that one. And then next one and the final one on our poll. And another cracker. Look at that beauty.
That's from the Is that from the movie?
Yeah, I'm biased.
Oh, I love
Look at that bridge. Ship. Yeah.
That's number 6, isn't it? Number 6.
Yeah.
Film.
So before I do the poll, and let everyone in the chat can join in on this as well. But first of all, Ian and Swappers. Swappers, you go first on this one. Out of those 4, what's your number 1?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a toughie, isn't it? I'm probably going to have to say, as much as I love the Millennium Falcon, it's going to have to be the X-Wing because it's Luke's ship. It's a fighter, so it's more agile. And I just adored it as a kid. I loved the toy. I just always wanted my own X-Wing. I love the sound of it. I love the fact that you could put a droid in the back to co-pilot. And it's the ship that was famous for taking down the Death Star. So it's got to be the X-Wing. All the others are amazing, but yeah, it's got to be the X-Wing. Just ekes it out for me.
Yeah, Ian.
For me, it's the Enterprise, and the reason why I think it's the Enterprise because you cannot copy the Enterprise. You can copy the X-Wing. If you look at Battlestar Galactica, the TV show, they tried their best to copy the X-Wing. It kind of looked a bit like the X-Wing, but it wasn't. If you look at other ships as well in other movies, some of them are kind of like the Millennium Falcon. Doctor Who's not really a ship. I don't class it as a ship, even though it is a ship.
It is.
It's just a blue. It's just a blue box for me. It's just a blue box that spins around in space and jumps from time to time. But for me, it's the Enterprise. The Enterprise is a unique design that has not been copied throughout the years. And it's a beautiful looking ship, especially the ship that they used in the motion picture. It's absolutely beautiful. It absolutely is very unique. And that's the ship I would pick at the Enterprise for me anyway.
I mean, for me, it's really, really difficult. I sort of looked at it and I thought to myself, well, from a tech perspective, the TARDIS wins hands down, you know. But from my personal favorite, I have to say it's and this is why I put it up. It's the movie version of the Enterprise with the original crew. I just think, like you, Ian, it looks fantastic. The shape of it, everything. When you see those,
it looks like a functional starship that could actually exist, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The bridge is fantastic. You know, it's just iconic. It really is.
It's very unique.
You know,
if I was going to go for comfort, it'd have to be the Enterprise because all the mod cons and everything. You can cruise about the galaxy and just you got your own bunk and you can wander about inside the ship. You probably got an arboretum, got all these places and it's just a nice journey. You got lots of things to do and you chill out and it's very comfortable. Falcon, not so much, but it's more of a freighter than a home. And the X-Wing definitely not because it's a pokey little thing, basically like a dragster. TARDIS, obviously, it's infinite. It's got a gigantic maze inside it, basically. So you probably get lost if you try and go anywhere. The Enterprise definitely for long trips to get around the galaxy and just to go sightseeing and stuff. There's no contest there, is there?
Also, if you look at the Enterprise, right, the classic Enterprise, the one that was in the movie and the one that was in the TV series, right, and you compare the other ships in that universe. I mean, Voyager had a saucer, but it was kind of shaped like a tear. Do you know what I mean? And the other Enterprise as well, the original one,
Next Gen D.
They kind of changed the shape of the saucer. But with this one, the saucer was a saucer. Do you know what I mean? It's very unique. It's very, very unique. There's different versions of the Enterprise, but this one to me is always going to be the one that I gravitate towards. It's absolutely brilliant and beautiful.
It's fantastic. And I love the fact that in the motion picture, they don't just come up with, oh, this is a new ship. They talk about it's had a refit. So they explain what you saw in the original series. It's still the same, but it's had a massive upgrade. And it looks beautiful, that deflector when you first see that light up in the motion picture, and it looks so much better in Wrath of Khan onwards when they switch to the blue. It's incredible. It really is great. I think it's top draw. I mean, this is why I hate Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, and I hate saying Star Trek, so I normally just cut it off because. When you watch Undiscovered Country, you see Kirk in his quarters, right? And even you see Sulu as captain of the Excelsior in his quarters, and they're tiny quarters. And you see in the original series Kirk's quarters as captain, and they're tiny. Now, Captain Pike in Strange New Worlds got a flipping penthouse suite with full cooking facilities. You've got that annoying older woman who you can't understand a word she says. She's got a 3-piece suite in her quarters. She's got a British classic red police box in the background. It's all nonsense, and that's why I hate Strange New World so much. It doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't happen.
Well, in reality, the reason why we had those kind of things in the Star Trek movies was because the Star Trek movies had a very limited budget. Even 6 had a very limited budget, and they were just reusing sets from Next Gen and Voyager. So that's what they were doing. And so that's why the only really good thing about the ship in the films was the bridge. The bridge, I mean, that bridge is really well designed. In the movie, it's a very different bridge, isn't it? It's very much very sleek. But I like this one the best. This one and Wrath of Khan and the third movie, because you got all those CTVs, ain't you, in the background, and you got little switches that switches. You got switches, and you got little things you can push and stuff. Unlike the next gen where it's kind of flat and you just push things around with your touch screen and stuff. I like the buttons. They're as good to me. It was feel authentic when you have buttons. But anyway,
it's kind of, and that's what I like about it. It's kind of like, it feels like you might not understand the ship, but you could kind of sit there and you've got the buttons and you could kind of after a while figure out what does what. With this Enterprise bridge and the controls. That's why I like it. And when they did Enterprise in the early 2000s, I did like the fact that they kind of tried to make the bridge like a predecessor to the original series, because you still had like the goggles coming up for Spock, like Spock had in the original series on his desk, on his console, and that was all great. I just think it doesn't get any better than this. When JJ did his movies, I didn't like the look of the Enterprise in that.
It looked like
I was just going to mention that.
Look at the ship.
It looked like a
too
Mac
white
store,
and shiny and clean. Yeah, it did. It did.
Well, that was the inside of it was terrible, wasn't it? It was like a bloody Apple store inside it. It was just dreadful. And the outside, if you compare it to the ones from the original movies, it's just a horrible modernization of it. The nacelles don't look right. The positioning doesn't look right. The ratios are off. And it's like 5 times bigger than it should be as well. And it's just, they got it so wrong. I don't know what Abrams was thinking. I really don't.
Do you know the thing I like about the bridge on the Enterprise? And I don't think they have it in other Star Trek films, or maybe they do. Maybe I'm missing something. Is that Captain Kirk had buttons on his chair? There'll be scenes in it where he goes, Scotty, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in the movie, Scotty, you know what I mean? He could push a switch on his. But in in Next Gen, he never had any switches on his chair. He had to share a space with 2 other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The captain is the captain. He doesn't share space with no one. Captain Kirk, he was in charge. That was the thing.
I felt more sorry for Data in Next Gen, because Riker always used to spread his leg up on the platform next to Data and almost give him a mad spread of his bollocks. Yeah.
But
it's
interesting, don't you think? It's very interesting. Yeah.
It is. And again, I loved to draw the TARDIS when I was a kid, but I always tried to draw this Enterprise as well,
Yeah.
And I always remember sort of the fair play to him, Rick Berman, when they were doing Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and they were asking about, how do we design the space station? He says, you want to make it as simple that a kid could draw it. And that's what he went with. And it's kind of, it feels like that with a lot of these like ships in the Star Trek universe, that they make them look great, but they're simple for like a kid could draw them at home.
Yeah.
You know?
I just love the design of the bridge, because it looks very functional. You have the captain in the middle, you have people around the sides and stuff, and I love when Spock looks into that thing, and they kind of got rid of that in all the iterations of Star Trek, and it's just annoying. And also, the best thing about Star Trek, even in the movies, the girls were hot, man. They were hot. So,
they were.
So there you go.
Well, everyone's got an excuse to be fat and ugly, have they? Really? I mean, you've got all the technology and all the best medicine and everything, so everyone should look at their most healthy. I love as it's shown here anyway, how it kind of, the Enterprise looks a bit, and Roddenberry didn't like it originally, did he? The way everything kind of looked a little bit militarized. I thought it was a really good way to go. I thought it felt really grounded, and not too sci-fi, and it feels a bit like a submarine. I don't think you should get too far away from the submarine aesthetic. I think that's what I really liked about Enterprise, was the NX-01 felt very much like a submarine in space. I thought that was a genius way to go. I really appreciated that. I like the sort of step back to an era where we've got like ships from Alien, like the Nostromo and the Sulaco, which are very kind of still, everything was like an ocean going ship, but in space almost. Yeah. Everything's very metal and it all looks very almost current day, almost, and the way the Enterprise looked in these movies, they didn't get too far into the future with it, and I thought they just got the balance right, and that's why I didn't like Next Gen when it first came out, because the Enterprise D just looked too futuristic for me.
Yeah,
they kind of lost that. They lost a lot of the gadgets and all the machinery and the functional metal kind of tactile universe that were all sort of vanished. It was all about computers and touchscreens and minimalization. But like you said about the goggles on the console that Spock used to look into, I'm sure there was a parody music video or something like that where the guy playing Spock was like looking into it, and he turned around and looked at Kirk, and he still had like the green painted on his face, and where just like a Naked Gun style joke, that was great.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate, go on, carry on.
That's right. No, I was just going to say that, and it for me, the Enterprise was a character. I remember Star Trek 3. I was devastated when the original Enterprise blew up due to the self-destruct. It was an iconic character just as much as the cast that were playing those characters. It's a great thing. I think for me, you're right. It's about the simplicity and how functional things are in the Enterprise. What I hate, and I'm going to say this, I watched a video a while back of Robert Mayer Burnett, and credit to him what he said in there, and he was talking about Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and it was season 1 or 2, and he was basically talking about the woke pilot in Strange New Worlds. She was like woohooing as she's doing barrel rolls in the Enterprise, and he was making the point. He says, well, the Enterprise is like a capital ship, it turns slowly. And it's 100% correct, because when you watch Wrath of Khan and you've got the Enterprise and the Reliant in the Nebula, and Kirk says evasive, look how long it takes for the Enterprise to turn. It's too late. They're not going to manage it. They get hit. So that's, he's 100% right on that, without a doubt. But yeah, you were going to say, Ian, sorry.
No, just saying that that the Enterprise is I like it because obviously the Captain Kirk Enterprise, because they got switches and they got knobs and stuff like that, and also his chair. I like that he was on his own. He wasn't sharing space with the counselor or the second whatever. I just like, he was the captain and he was in charge of that bridge. So it's all well designed and stuff. And again, right, you can't beat the classic Enterprise. You can't beat Kirk, especially in the movies. He was really good in the movies, very, very well. They wrote him really well, and Spock as well. So you can't beat that. It's just great,
Well, Shatner gets a lot of stick. He gets a lot of grief for his acting, and I've never been on that side of the argument. I think William Shatner is a great actor, and I think he sums it up when you got the Star Trek 3, where his son David is killed, and Savick says,
"Oh man, yeah,
David is dead," and he does that. He falls back and hits the chair, and he's like, "You Klingon bastard! You killed my son!" And then he breaks down.
You feel it,
like, "You Klingon bastard!" Yeah, you're right, and you're thinking, "Oh, it's going to kick right off now. It's really going to kick off," and it's such a good movie. Star Trek 3. Everyone goes on about Wrath of Khan. I adore Wrath of Khan, but I absolutely adore Star Trek 3. It is a fantastic movie. It really is. Whereas, when you're saying about they're not overweight in this, you go to watch Star Trek Academy, which isn't Star Trek. They're all overweight.
Yeah.
You've got someone that's morbidly obese teaching physical education.
Yeah. Just shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah. So to let everyone know about the poll scores, okay. So we have the X-Wing in the votes.
I'll be back.
It got 3.8%. So it didn't do well. Millennium Falcon got 11.5%. Enterprise got 36.5% in the poll, and the winner is the TARDIS with 48.1%.
I can tell what kind of audience you have, John.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I when I set up the poll, I thought, "Oh, this is going to create a war, isn't it?" It's like, it'd be like, that, comedy Anchorman movie where they meet in the middle of nowhere and it's just having knife fights.
Well, it's like that movie Fanboys with the Trek fans and the Star Wars fans having a go.
Yeah, brilliant. Suns and Shadows, yes, you're right. I mean, again, as I said earlier, what we're going to do each week, there's going to be a poll of 4 because Twitter X only allows you to put 4 items in. So we're going to do it each week. We're going to have different ships. And then as we go along the weeks, we're finally going to whittle down to the ultimate number 1 that people in the polls have said. So, we'll get to a finalist. It's going to be like our sci-fantasy World Cup for ships. So we will get there. But I think I can understand why the TARDIS wins, because the TARDIS is iconic. And if you're talking tech as well, it wins hands down because it's a time machine. It can withstand a hell of a lot. It's bigger on the inside than on the outside. So I get that completely. But there is just something about the Enterprise for me. It is iconic every time.
All the others have got weapons, haven't they? And the TARDIS has got like nothing, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You throw a shoe at them.
But with the TARDIS as a kid, it's just a box. And you just, with the Enterprise or even with the Millennium Falcon, it's a ship that you can.
Yeah, the TARDIS is the most original idea, absolutely. But,
it is, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And I mean, what we're going to do, we're heading off in a few minutes because I wanted to let everyone know. If you look in the chat description, we've actually got a link for Mr. Brown Alliance, and we're heading over there after this to carry on talking about all things brilliant. That's
have you got the option on your end, John, to do a raid? I'm not sure how you do it, but some people do. I don't know when they're doing live streams.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No, I don't either. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'll have to have a look into it. But yeah, click that link after we finish, and then come and join us over at Mr. Brown Alliance show, where we'll be talking loads of stuff. I also wanted to say, swappers, let everybody know where your YouTube channel and where you can be found.
Yes, indeed, sir. You can't really find me, but you can find my work. It is Star Wars Retold. The channel is called Star Wars Retold, and I'm about to upload a new chapter in the next day or so. So, it's been hard work. 45-minute long episode with lots of dialogue and lots of exposition and sound effects and acting and God knows what in it. And I can do a better American accent than Ewan McGregor can. So there you go.
And it's worth checking out, everybody. He's doing really good stuff on there.
Thanks, John.
And just quickly, I'm going to bring up his channel so everybody can check it out. So I'm going to share the screen. There we go, everybody. Star Wars Retold. If you haven't already, go over there, subscribe to it. Watch
Get Retold
to his stuff. Yep, exactly, because this guy knows how to redo Star Wars correctly compared to the abomination that we got from Disney. So make sure you check it out, everybody. It's good stuff.
And there's some fun action figures on there as well I've made from the characters, so everyone can take a few minutes to peruse those, and you might find them quite interesting.
Great action figures, they really are. He's done some good stuff there. I wish you could 3D print them, to be honest, mate.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. And next we'll talk to Ian about Rebecca Gold channel, mate.
Yeah, just type in Rebecca Gold, you'll be able to find it. Oh, sorry.
Bring it up now.
Yeah, so there's films. There's a movie on there. There's a horror film. There's my first movie. There's all kinds of nonsense about behind the scenes of Rebecca Gold. Yeah, just and then there's the first season of Rebecca Gold, which is made into one lump. It's not. It's just it's like 35 minutes long. All the episodes are smashed into one, so it's like a short film, so you can watch that before I release the movie, which is at the end of this year. So there you go. Well, I don't know where it's going to be released, but we'll find out. But yeah, there you go. It's my channel.
Brilliant.
Subscribe if you can. Anyway, oh God, I'm burning. It's so warm. It's ridiculous.
It's
I'm
mad,
just
isn't it?
sweating like a
in
pig.
the city, mate.
Oh God! I've got my windows open and everything. It's ridiculous.
Well, it was yesterday. Yesterday was probably like the hottest day of the year, right? And it didn't even cool down when it got dark. But today, thankfully, it's been better. So, but I can't speak for you guys in London because the city seems to like just trap the heat. I remember when I was living in Shepherd's Bush, you couldn't get away with it. So couldn't get away from it. So I'm sure it's pretty much like that in Battersea as well.
It is. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And also just finally where else you can find me. So on Saturday evenings in the UK and at 10 a.m. in the USA, so PST, you can find me on the Popcast live show. So I will just share the screen. So make sure you go over there and like and subscribe because we talk about all things entertainment there as well, and it's good fun. We talk, well, like we normally do, we talk complete bollocks. So, yeah. So that's the Podcast Live. So, yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to it. You probably know the guys as well, Brian and Shane. They do fantastic documentaries on sci-fi shows and movies. They get a lot of views of them. So they do first-rate stuff. So make sure you go there and you'll be able to have a laugh and a joke there. But other than that, that's it for the show today. I want to thank everybody for turning up today. We like doing these shows. I'm glad we're back. I as I said last week, I love spending time with these two guys. We actually had over 45 people watching us live tonight, so it's growing. So thank you very much. And all I would say is, can you hit the like button? Can you hit the subscribe button and share us around? Because, you know, we are hussies. We like to be everywhere. And it's the only way it will help us grow the channel and grow the show. So, that's great. All I'll say is thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. If you're a Stargate fan on this channel, come and join us for the live watch parties on Sunday at 12 p.m. PST, 8:30 p.m. UK. But other than that, we'll see you next week. Take care, all.
Thank you. See ya.